Hi everyone! Spring is finally here, but at the moment the weather is ever changing and pretty unpredictable. I am in need of some nice layering pieces, so today I am making a classic button-down shirt, like this. I have this gorgeous wool flannel fabric. It is deep red with some black undertones. I hope the camera picks it up. It has been in my stack for quite a while, but today is the day I will finally cut into it. But first, let's make the pattern. As always, the pattern is available for free on my website, dressdeveloper.de. I'm using the button-down shirt pattern kit, and I will put the direct link to the exact configuration in the description. I'm setting the fit category to 5, but you can use 4 if you prefer a snugger fit. Let's see, the neckline finish I set to collar with stand, and I accept the offer changes. I select a curved hem and the sleeve with cuffs and classic placket. I also add 2 centimeters extra ease to the sleeve head, just for a little bit more wiggly room. Then I select the size, the seam allowance, and then I create the pattern. There you are. Let's sew. I have my pattern pieces laid out, and before I cut them, I will transfer the markings for the darts with some quick little tailor's tags. Oop. I have cut out all my pieces, and I have also cut out some fusible interfacing, 2 for the button bands, 1 for each of the collar pieces, and 2 half-size pieces for the cuffs. A little bit smaller around, so they won't stick to my ironing board. While at the ironing board, I will fold the cuffs in half . And press the seam allowance of the interface side up. I will also fold up the seam allowance for the collar stand piece with the interfacing and press this down. I mean, I press it up. Yes, I press it up. I will now assemble the collar. I have the two neckbands and the collar piece. And I will sandwich the collar in between two bands. Line up the notches here. Put the second piece on top. And then I will sew around the neckband. Okay, now to the sleeve placket. I have already sewn the placket to the sleeve, right side of the placket to the left side of the fabric, and I've sewn a little square, rectangle. And I will cut this rectangle. I will cut as close to the corner as possible without clipping the seam, like this. And then I will turn this and turn the placket right side out. Okay. Now this side is folded to the center and folded under so that it encloses the raw seam on this side. I will take this to the ironing board later and press it, just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, whoop. Like this. The other side above. And the seam allowance closes the raw edge on the other side. And when this part is folded under, so you have a nice triangle there. No help, I need to take this to the ironing board and press it right back. Okay, that's better, much better. So the top is folded to this little triangle here and encloses the raw fabric. And underneath, this is folded over the raw edge too. Okay, so I will now sew this. I will sew first the underside, right on the edge, and then I will fold this away. Sew the top. And go straight across. First I sew the underside. Right at the edge. So everything is now neatly enclosed. Then I will fold this back. No? Okay. We'll fold this back so I can sew the top without catching underneath. Now I sew across. And the placket is done. These plackets do need some practice. Mine is far from perfect. But doesn't it look so neat? Lovely. Okay, last prepping step before we can finally start assembling. I will serge the outer edges of the sleeves and the bodice pieces. You can use a zigzag stitch if you don't have a serger. It will do just fine. Now I'm joining the shoulder seams. I stitch the button band onto the opening. The right side of the button band meets the left side of the bodice piece. I'm just stitching these together. I have pressed the button band to the right side and the seam allowance under, and I'm now going to top stitch this. Switching to my little top stitch foot, crease the stitch length, put the needle to the side. There we go. I have pinned the collar to the bodice, and I will sew it using the fold line as a guide, so that I stitch just across this line. snip the seam allowance a little bit so it can turn around the curves a bit smoother. And now I will fold the collar stand over the seam allowance. And all the raw edges get hidden. Align the fold up with the seam. And then I will top stitch the collar stand from the right side. Time to sew the sleeves. I have sewn a single row of gathering stitches on the top of the sleeve head. I don't want visible gathers. I just want to ease the additional ease in. So I'm just pulling this slightly. And when I join the sleeve to the bodice, I line up the end, the notches, a single notch for the front, double notch for the back, and the back end. And the top notch, where is it here? To shoulder. When I pin everything, try to smooth out these gathers as best as I can. And then I stitch the sleeve down. finish the seam, I now run everything together through the serger. I also trim the seam allowance slightly. Then I sew the sides of the sleeves and the bodice together in one go. The cuffs get installed like the collar piece, so I've pinned it to the outside of the sleeve wrist. Like that. But of course they don't line up because we need to lay these little pleats here. One. And 2. Okay, switch back to my edge stitching foot. Okay, the beginning is a bit difficult. Now, here we go. Okay. Now the cuff is folded over the seam allowance. It will get top stitched. I fold the hem over for about 5 to 7 millimeters and stitch that down. And then I will repeat this step. All what's left to do now are buttonholes and buttons.